There's a lot of OP hangers in the game right now, but I'm gonna go over the 4 most OP hangers in the game. I'm gonna go over each hanger's strengths and weaknesses, and then I'm gonna say which hanger I think is the best. And if you do enjoy the video, consider liking and subscribing. I'd appreciate it a ton. The first hanger is this hanger. This is the hanger I talked about in my ultimate hanger guide video. You have Redeemer with EM rifle 12s with either Archangel or Baron, and I'd use the EM rifle damage, EM rifle reload, the ability cooldown, and the ability duration implant. You can use the EM rifle range implant since it helps Redeemer while the ability duration doesn't, but I'd recommend using the ability duration so that you can use the pilot on Panther and Surge as well. And then you have Guardian with disc launchers with either Neymar MVP or Stefania. And then I'd use the disc launcher damage, disc launcher reload, disc launcher radius, and the system crash range implant. Obviously, if you don't have the system crash range implant, you can use the ability cooldown instead. And then you have Panther with EM rifle 16s with either Archangel or Baron. And then the EM rifle damage, EM rifle reload, ability cooldown, and the ability duration. And then you have Stalker with disc launcher 12s with either Stefania or Neymar MVP. Stefania is a bit better, but both of them work. And then you have the disc launcher damage, disc launcher reload, disc launcher radius, and the Predator Drive damage implant. And then you have Surge with Arc Turret 12s with Mina. And the implants are Arc Turret damage, Arc Turret range, Surge dash distance, and the Surge dash radius implant. You can use the Arc Turret mag instead of the Surge dash radius implant, but I think the Surge dash radius implant is better. This hanger is super good, especially if you have the system crash range implant on Guardian. If you have the system crash range implant on Guardian, I'd highly recommend using this hanger. Each build in this hanger serves a purpose. Panther is your long-range sniper mech, Redeemer is your mid-range sniper mech, and then Guardian is your close-range / defense mech, and then Stalker is your splash / DPS mech, and then Surge is your assassin / beacon capture mech. The weaknesses of this hanger is that it struggles against mortars. Both Panther and Guardian struggle against mortars. And if you don't have the system crash range implant on Guardian, then Guardian can be a weak build, especially in 5v5. The next hanger is this hanger. You have killshot with EM rifle 12s with either Archangel or Baron. And then the EM rifle damage, EM rifle reload, ability cooldown, and the killshot dash distance implant. And then Panther with disc launchers with either Neymar MVP or Stefania. And then the disc launcher damage, disc launcher reload, disc launcher radius, and the ability cooldown implant. And then Redeemer with EM rifle 16+8 with the same build. And then you have Stalker with disc launcher tolls with the same build. And then Surge with Arc Turret tolls with the same build as well. The reason why this hanger is super strong is because you have 2 strong sniper builds just like the last hanger. But you have Panther with disc launchers, which is a super strong build and way better than Guardian with disc launchers. And you have a lot more fast moving mechs, so your hanger is much better against mortars. The only problem with this hanger is that you don't have Panther with EM rifles, so you have to snipe without your barrier and wall peek. The next hanger is this hanger. In this hanger, you have Surge with EM rifle 12s with either Archangel or Baron. Surge with EM rifle 12s is one of the most OP builds in the game. I think it's way better than killshot EMs and is just as good as Redeemer EMs. This build is incredibly strong because it has no counters. Nothing in the game counters it. The only thing you can do against this build is out-snipe them. You can't even use disc launchers well against this build because if you get too close, then it'll stun you and kill you. And then if you go too far away from the build, the disc launchers will barely deal any damage and you'll get sniped. And with Surge's high HP and his stealth, he's extremely hard to kill. And the implants I'd use on him are the EM rifle damage, EM rifle reload, the Surge dash distance, and the ability duration implant. The ability duration is a must-have implant in my opinion because it makes it so you can fire 2 EM rifle shots instead of 1 EM rifle shots while they're stunned. What you do with Surge EMs is you stun them and then fire 2 shots while you're backing up. And without this implant, they'll get unstunned before you can fire your second shot. And then on Panther with disc launchers, you have the same build. On Redeemer with EM rifle 16+8, you have the same build. And then on Stalker with disc launcher 12s, you have the same build. And then on Tango with shotgunates, you use Mina. And then the shotgun damage, shotgun range, ability cooldown, and the Sky Strike damage implant. You can also use the ability damage implant, which does the same thing. So in this hanger, you have 2 super strong sniper builds. And then you have Panther and Stalker with disc launchers, which are two super strong disc launcher builds. And then you have Tango with shotguns, which is a good assassin / beacon capturer build. Next, you have this hangar, which is the final hangar. In the hangar, you have all the same builds as the last hangar. You have Surge with EM rifle 12s, Panther with disc launcher 16s, Redeemer with EM rifle 16 plus 8, and Stalker with disc launcher 12s. The only difference is that you have Killshot with EM rifle 16 plus 8 instead of Tango with shotguns. I think Killshot with EMs is way better than Tango with shotguns, and it makes the hangar much better. And I'd recommend using Maverick as your pilot on Killshot. You can use a legendary pilot like Major instead, but Maverick is much better. Although it's only an 8% damage boost difference between Maverick and Major, it makes a huge difference. This is because the 8% damage boost becomes a 16% damage boost when you get the double damage. And this can be the difference between you one-shotting a mech and not one-shotting a mech. And the implants I'd use are the EM rifle damage, EM rifle reload, and the Killshot dash distance. I think this is the best hangar in the game right now. I'm trying to get this hangar too. You have 3 super strong sniper builds, so if one of your sniper builds die, you can just spawn in with another sniper build and then another sniper build. And each of the sniper builds has their own role. So you use Surge with EMs more aggressively so you can stun people, and you use Redeemer with EMs to sneak up on enemies and ambush them, and then if you're in trouble you can just backtrack away safely, and then you use Killshot with EMs at long range, dash around, get different angles on enemies, and snipe them. And then you have Panther and Stalker with disc launchers, which are also both super OP builds. The only weakness with this hangar is that you don't have a true beacon capture. You don't have a build like Surge with arc turrets or Tango shotguns to capture beacons for you. So instead, you'll have to rely on your teammates to capture beacons for you. Another problem with this hangar is that it's super pay to win. So it's not a hangar that everyone can get. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and see you guys.